Welcome to the Auto Auction Game Show, where we pit two of our hosts head-to-head together to figure out which one of them can guess the auction price the most correctly. And today, we have two of our best hosts, starting with a man who has been reviewing cars for so long that some of those cars are now classics, and is, somewhat of an expert of wrongly guessing prices at auto auctions, Nathan.
Hello, you happy people.
And in the right chair, our resident truck expert and also an enthusiast of vehicles without cruise control, Andre.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Well, to give you an idea of what we are doing today, we are looking at 5 vehicles that went across the auction block this last week at a wholesale dealers-only auction. You guys are going to guess the prices of those vehicles as to what they went across the auction block, and the person that is closest to it gets a point. The one with the most points at the end wins the game, and the prize today is this, a hula doll.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yay!
Don't get too excited, but I will say there is a penalty, so if you do lose the game, you will be the one to host the first ever Classics D2D in a Model T.
Wow. Cross-country trip in the Model T?
Oh,
wow.
we don't have a month
Or a year.
or a year. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, without much ado, let's get into the first car. The first is a 2005 Bentley Continental GT.
$26, Alex.
So you
No,
have to write down your numbers on the paper
Damn.
with the Sharpie for it to be an official guess. But let me tell you, first of all, this car had 104,000 miles. It had a rip in the driver's seat, a few questionable modifications, and when I came up to it, it was actually sitting on the wheels, meaning that the air suspension had collapsed.
Well, it has a turbocharged W12 engine, which is one of my faves, and this is really my dream car, Nathan.
There are a couple people, including me, at TFL who've actually driven this car, including a Continental GT convertible that we drove with Moto Man many years ago. So, yeah, TFL has some experience with this vehicle, and I'm going to bid. Or am I supposed to write it down?
Are we
You're
bidding?
supposed to write it down and both present it at the same time, just so that way we can make sure we're being fair to
When
both
do we
of you.
write it down?
Right now.
Okay.
And this is the dealership auto auction
Yes.
price.
So keep in mind that a dealer had to bid, assuming that they would be able to make a little bit of money when they went to go resell it.
I didn't do my research on any of that. I don't...
That's okay. These are just off the top of your head guesses without research, just to see who can get the closest. Are you both ready?
I wrote it down.
Okay, go ahead. What's your guesses?
I'm ready, Vanna.
$19,000. What?
$19,569.
Oh man, you guys are both very close. Well, I have to say the first point goes to Andre because it sold for $16,250.
I was closer.
But you didn't say 250.
Yes, I'm so happy. Actually, a little bit cheaper than I expected.
Because it's got a collapsed suspension. It's going to cost $50,000 to resuscitate the car.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Next.
Okay,
All
so
right, Chuck,
next,
what's the next one?
All right, so next up is a 2007 Lexus LS 460 with the long wheelbase. And this had 147,000 miles. Now, when I drove this, I noticed a distinct clunk coming from the front end. It also felt like it needed shocks. It had a crack in the windshield. The check engine light was on for a code saying that the system was too rich.
Oh, of course it is.
Well, it's a nice car.
You're going to be rolling down Colfax and you pimping in a ride like that. So absolutely, it's too rich.
Well, I'm surprised. Lexus with not super high miles. I wonder why. Maybe it was mistreated.
Well, if it's clunking over the bumps, then it means it's a suspension issue. And then in addition, the windshield, after it ran over somebody on Colfax, check engine light came on after the radiator was probably punctured after hitting somebody on Colfax. So are you saying this car was involved with a crime?
Could very well be.
All right. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, do you have your guesses ready? If you do, write them down and present them.
Oh, jeez. I'm not looking. We're not looking at each other.
Yeah, no cheating, please. Looks like you both have your answers ready.
Yep.
Okay, gentlemen, what did the 2007 Lexus LS 430 long wheelbase sell for at auction?
$8,200.
So,
$7,654.
once
Yeah.
again, you both are pretty darn high with your numbers because, again, this is a dealer auction and it sold for $4,300.
Did I win one?
So Nathan gets a point.
I won one.
We're tied.
Oh, well, you have to understand I've been losing almost everything by overbidding on every single thing I've ever done in my entire life, apparently, according to people at TFL who work here. Okay, let's move on to the next one, Alex.
All right, next up is a 2005 Mercedes CLK 500. Now, this car has 97,000 miles, and I will say that it also comes with the AMG Sports Package, which comes with 18-inch wheels, a spoiler lip, and a restyled front end. But there were a few issues. I noticed that one of the rear windows did not work. The shifting boot was loose, meaning the shifting boot on the shifter was loose, and it had a stability control malfunction as well as an oil level sensor malfunction.
But it does have a 5-liter V8.
It does. These CLKs were not particularly popular, so you probably don't even want this one, Andre, do you?
Okay.
Or actually, you kind of do. You know, this sort of suits you. Do you know why? Because you strut in a vehicle like this.
Well, because I used to drive an SL. Is that why?
Maybe that's why. That SL was such a great car, wasn't it?
Yes. I'm not looking, by the way, and Nathan is not looking at me either.
Okay, gentlemen, it looks like you both have your answers ready. And go ahead and present them in 3, 2, 1.
How about this one, Drew?
$1.
Oh!
Is that legal?
Taking the Price is Right
What are you-
method there.
That's not fair. So unless it's over mine, there's no way. Oh,
We aren't doing Price is Right rules, Andre.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he would have to be
you-
off by quite a bit, which he is not, because when this went across the auction block, it sold for $2,400. So
I'm
although you
closer.
were a little bit high, you still are closer, Nathan.
I'm closer.
Okay, well, it was worth a
It's
shot.
yeah, I know. You got to know the rules before you play the game, my friend.
Okay.
Okay, so next up we have a 2016 Smart Fortwo Passion, and this car only had 29,000 miles, which means that it was pretty low on miles, almost like a new car, except for the fact that it has a check engine light on for the engine coolant bypass valve stuck open, as well as the secondary air injection system valve stuck open. Also, neither window was malfunctioning.
Or functioning.
Neither, I misspoke. Neither window was functioning.
Is that some sort
Yes.
of German doublespeak? Entschuldigung, bitte, was ist this?
Right.
Okay, well, I've already written.
I haven't written anything.
Okay, well, I have because, yeah.
Well, it's a low miles car. Come on.
It's a soccer ball with four wheels.
It's mint. It's a clown shoe.
You know who loves these?
What?
This guy named Brendan.
Oh, the host?
Brendan loves
the,
these things.
the game show?
He
host?
drives a bright yellow one, so everybody will see how much he loves them.
Well, I have a first generation that has the comically
Oh.
terrible transmission.
It
The
is.
transmissions in these are dual clutch, so they're a little bit nicer to drive, I will say.
Yeah,
But,
dual clutches have such good reputations throughout the industry. Yeah, I already wrote mine down. I can already say.
I got it. I got it.
You're already off. I
got
can
it.
tell how many strokes you did with your pen. You're way off.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, present your answers in 3, 2, 1.
$3,100.
$3,100.
$995.63.
Well, I have to say, Andre, you are pretty darn close. So this vehicle opened at $8,000, but only ended up getting one bid and going on call for $3,500. So that would make
Hey!
Andre closer, and you guys have tied it up.
2-2? Well, this
Yeah.
is now the tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right, so last but not least, we have a 2005 Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and this was in the charity section, meaning it was a donated car. Now, what I think is interesting about this is it has 285,000 miles on it. It also has some clunks from suspension, and the check engine light came on for 3 different secondary air injection system codes, also had no AC, and also ran slightly rough.
Do you know what a very smart man once told me?
What did they tell you?
There is nothing more expensive than a cheap used Porsche.
I would completely agree with you. I mean, they are complete and utter mud. But the thing is that this has 285,000 miles on
How
it.
did it survive that long?
Well, that's the point. I mean, you could buy something like this and actually do some news stories on it, because I honestly don't know of any.
So only
Cayenne that-
YouTubers could buy that, potentially.
Certain YouTubers.
Yes.
Could you imagine Supercar Blondie or Barbie buying this? Where would she run?
I don't know.
It's fall apart.
This is a tough one. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a cool vehicle, but it's in a bad shape.
Yeah. All right. I think I know what I'm going to do.
All right, it looks like both of you have your guesses down, so go ahead and present them in 3, 2, 1.
Whammo!
Blame.
$5,900.
$1,111.11.
Jeez.
Hang on, guys. I have to actually do some calculating on this just to determine who is the closest. So
Wow, this
So
is
it's between. So you're high and I'm low.
this is a tiebreaker, but it's super close.
What? Yeah. But mine is a better number.
Just remember, the winner gets a jiggly doll, and the loser goes cross country in the Model T.
Yeah, that's gonna stick.
All right, so I don't know why I had to do calculations. It's not even close. The winner, because it sold at $2,750, is Nathan.
I get a jiggly doll.
Wait, it's under $3,000 for a Porsche Cayenne Turbo?
No, it has
Absolutely.
300,000 miles on it, and it's falling to pieces. Any one of those codes is like $1,200. You know what I mean? Every single time you service it. So I would say that this vehicle's worth 5.6 with suspension, everything else is negative $4,000 by the time you've actually brought it in. Who's going to buy this secondhand from a dealer who bought this at 285,000 miles?
All right, guys.
one.
If you are keeping track at home, you may see that Nathan is in the lead with 3 points to Andre's 2 points, but I do actually have a sixth bonus car that is worth double points. And I have
what
been
is this? This new
withholding
rules?
it from you
That's
guys.
because you like him better than me. Unbelievable.
And I'm going to give you the information on it now.
All right.
Wait, we've never seen this before.
So that is why it is worth double, because you guys have not been able to look this over and give it any sort of thought as to what it could have sold for. But what we have is a 2003 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. And if you guys don't know, that is the GT. The GTP is the one that came with the 3.8 liter supercharged V6. This one in particular has 215,000 miles on it. It also doesn't have any air conditioning. The ABS light is on. It needs front tires. It needs a windshield, and the radio screen doesn't work.
So I had the non-powerful one of these. I did have a 2003 Pontiac
owned
Grand
one?
Prix. Yeah, I had a Grand Prix. It was just really brief.
My college buddy used to have one, and it was perfect until he was in an empty parking lot and ran it into one of those little, just light poles.
Was it during the winter? Because they're terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the traction control went on after you started slipping. Well, after you started slipping. Okay, so price on this, huh? Little sneaky extra thing. Is there another extra thing after this?
No, this is the last.
Is
and
this the
final
last
car.
of the sneaky little things you're going to pull? Okay.
So if you win this is all the marbles for both of you.
Okay, I have my answer.
And now, one little piece of information I have withheld until you guys wrote down your numbers.
It was put through a fiery car wash.
Nope. Is the fact that a dealer didn't buy this. I did.
Whoa!
I wish you would have said that before then, because we know what you bid.
Oh, but Brendan is very frugal.
He is, but it's still going to...
Can I take back my answer?
No. Let's do this.
Well, guys, when going across the auction block, it opened at $2,000. Wait, you got to present your numbers first.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of the game here. 2001, 2,300. Wow, you guys are very
20
close.
cents.
Whoa, $2,001.
Yeah. It's an odyssey.
Okay.
So, it opened at $2,000. It finally got its first bid at $400, and me and one other gentleman got into a little bit of a bidding war, bidding it all the way up to my final purchase price of $800, which means that Nathan, you win. So that W is correct.
Blam blam. Yeah, once again, the big W right here. What?
I don't know what I was thinking with 2,300.
I don't know what you were thinking.
You got a doll.
I do.
This is Roman's favorite doll.
I'll name her Romina.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I have to leave now because I have to go power up a Model T.
Yeah, I'll see you in a year. I'm sure Roman will be fine with that. Oh, well, that was a really fun game show. And I hope you guys participate next time and let us know what your answers would be, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please click that thumbs up button, and maybe we'll do this again, and we will do Jeopardy style where Nathan would get to move on and play again. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.